Rational.
No, see, I'm very rational. I fear humans a lot more than I fear ghosts or spirits or such stuff. You know what I'm going to do if a ghost comes to me and threatens to kill me?
Ask it
I'm
for
going to
money.
laugh at the ghost. I'm going to be like,
Yeah, see,
couldn't do shit in life, and now you can't do shit in death, so you come to scare me instead. Like, that's all you're capable of. And then that ghost is going to feel real bad, and either the ghost just ends me right over there if it has the power to, and I'm like, I don't care, man, I'm dead. Like, I got what I wanted.
Yeah.
Or the ghost just gets so scared, so sad that it just goes away. It's like, I'm not scary. Fuck it, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's
it's
like Monsters Inc., where there are a few monsters which try to scare children. The children are just like, okay.
Yeah,
So it's a
whatever.
win-win situation for you.
No, but the thing about ghosts, like, see, I don't believe in any of that shit, like, ever. Like, I don't think they exist. Ghosts, spirits, all that stuff. But for some reason, I'm scared, even though I don't believe in them at all. I'm scared. Bro, you remember the graveyard when
Yes. Yes.
I don't
See,
remember
I
No,
don't-
the
graveyards are
graveyard
just
story.
creepy in general.
I don't believe in
okay?
them, but somehow it scares me. Like, I can't watch horror films. I don't watch anything horror. You all know that, right? I don't watch or consume anything horror. I don't like that genre
Yeah,
at
horror
all.
is...
Hey, I went to watch, what was it? Annabelle? Is that the name of that shitty doll?
Yeah, that fucking
yeah,
dumb. I have
Annabelle,
never
yeah.
seen it, but yeah, no.
Yeah, I went to watch that damn movie, Annabelle 2 or something. I went to watch that damn movie in the theaters, okay? And in one scene, this mother goes down into the
Yeah,
basement
yeah.
of a building or something, and then she walks out, and there's a bloody gargoyle,
Yeah.
shot which just scared the hell out of me. And I
Oh.
legit scream out in the theater, like, ah! And then people are like, yo, what's wrong with you? It's just a gargoyle. Yeah. I was like, brother, you can just put a jump cut and then expect me
yeah.
not to jump. That's not fair. That's not how you do it. It's a jump cut. You jump when you see the cut.
Yeah. No, but dude, that shit is like, I can't. I've had many instances while watching films. I don't want to watch. I've stopped watching films. Like there's this film called The Witch. I think I told you all about it. I was watching the beginning, and it's like this family in like this surrounded by forest. They live in this house, okay, and this like girl is taking care of her little baby brother, like a little baby. And then she like turns around and then she turns back and the baby's missing. It's the beginning of the movie. And then in the next shot, there's this baby on some table and behind you can see like this creepy blurred figure and I'm like, fucking nope, close that fucking shit right now. It happened like, even this is really good Korean film called Two Sisters or something like that. I forgot the name, but it's one of a very good film. I was watching it almost like quarter of the way through. And like this, I think one of the sisters is lying in bed like this and she looks at the foot of the bed and there's like this head that pops out. I'm like, fucking nope, I'm fucking done. I don't want to see this. I don't care if it's a good film, I'm fucking out. This shit scares me all the time. Because, so once I was, when I lived in Braganza, right? So my roommates knew I was very scared of horror films. So one night my roommate called me to watch Us,
Uh-huh.
And I was like, no, I don't want to watch that shit, bro. Please don't. And she was like, no, you have to watch it. It's nice. It's not that scary. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll check it out. So the lights are off. We are sitting and watching Us in the kitchen, okay, in the common area. And I'm like, kind of like this, like in the edge of my chair. For some reason, she enjoys horror movies. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me.
I also
But
enjoy horror movies.
in the movie, there's like a knock on the door, like tuck, 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 okay. And the family is like scared. They're like, waiting. And that fucking moment, another roommate of mine opens the fucking kitchen door and gets in the dark. I'm so sick. I'm like, what the fuck? Scared the shit. I almost shit my pants, dude. I almost shit my pants. I hate that shit. What? I don't know if he fucking timed it or something. He was like looking confused. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You can't just do that shit. Fucking
my
hate that
God.
shit. I don't believe in any of it, but for some reason I hate that shit. I don't know why.
No, so what's really annoying is that I've made horror films, not like proper films obviously.
Yeah.
I made short films, and I know exactly what goes on behind the scenes, right? And it still scares me when I know. I'm like, okay, the music is getting more
Yeah.
tense. They have a long shot. They're gonna have a shortcut after this. I know it's gonna be a jump scare and then something else.
Yeah.
I know it. I'm expecting it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm just watching. I'm like, and then I look at myself like, you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You knew it was gonna happen.
What's that game? that we used to play really with O? What's that game? Where
Oh
in
my
this
god,
house?
Outlast?
Outlast.
Was it
yeah,
Outlast?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Holy
it was
shit,
Outlast.
yeah,
that
that
game
was
scared the
fucking-
shit
yeah,
out
that
of
scared
me.
the
Okay,
shit.
guys,
Yeah.
I'm not even going. This might be a slight spoiler for Outlast, but okay, listen. When you walk in, you have to go through a vent,
Yeah.
and then you open a door, and you're like, "Ha, everything is fine." It just looks a little scary, and then a fucking body just comes and hangs in front of you. I was playing it up till that point. I shit myself and I just closed the game. I was like, I will wait for Audie to come over to my house the next time and I will make him play it. And then you have this really, really fat guy
Oh,
with
dude,
chains
that shit
all over
scared the
him,
fuck out
basically
of me.
cutting
Yeah,
into his
yeah, yeah.
flesh, who chases you and you don't even see him. Okay, every time he's near you, you just hear a of the chains and then you hear the doop, doop, doop and then you're like, yep.
Yep,
I'm
it's
dead.
time to fucking die.
just-
And
And,
then,
and in another spot your camera falls, so you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
fight in
yeah.
this game. You can only take a video
Yeah,
with
you
the
can only
camcorder,
hide.
and
Yeah.
your camcorder falls, and you don't have night vision at all. So you pick up that camcorder after it falls, and the minute you put it up and you get your night vision back, you are surrounded
shit.
by things
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
going
yeah.
to kill you. I swear to God, that game. Oh my God! But you know what I never understood about these horror movies where you have stuff like Annabelle and all that. But you have these dolls, right? We have these dolls that start scaring you. And what I never understood was why not just screw with those dolls? Like like if she's there, okay, you're like, hey Annabelle, did you just move from there to there? And Annabelle is like. Hey, you just take like a pin or something and just give her a little poke, see if she responds, and you go back and then she's moved again. You just take like a nail with a little hammer, then tuck 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 tuck, put her hand down to one place,
Yes,
and then be like, and then once she moves again, like, yo, is your hand gone? It's not gone. Maybe I should hammer in more pieces of your
Bro.
body. If she's going to kill you anyway, why not make her life a little more difficult? Is my question.
Bro,
They
That's
just
a good point.
accept
No.
their fate.
You don't play with shit like that. You take that doll, go to the landfill, throw it in the landfill, and burn the landfill. Is what
Yeah,
you
but-
do.
That doesn't work. That is
It
what
doesn't
people
work.
try. They try to
Yeah.
throw away the doll and burn the doll. It doesn't work. So at least make it a little harder for the doll to do its job. Like, tie it up, tie its eyes or something with something, blind its eyes or something, cut out its eyes, and then be like, Lama, oh, blindy. and then it's moving and it's trying to catch you and it just keeps crashing into different things. Why make the job easy?
Well,
Just-
the doll
just cut
never
off its
specifically
legs.
did
So just
anything.
delay your
It was
death
the
or
demon
some shit.
possessed in it.
Yeah, delay your death and piss it off a little bit more. Cut
Yeah.
off its legs. How is it going to run after you with its legs cut off?
I don't know, dude.
Like
yeah, that's true.
instead of if for example, if you keep it on one couch here and you see it on a couch here, okay, they're right next to each other. Instead of just seeing it move from without seeing it move, you just see it on one couch at the start and then the next couch immediately. But if you cut off the legs, the doll is going to be like trying to climb the couch and it'll be right over there like a moron, and you just look at it and laugh.
What if cutting off the
See-
legs results in the legs coming back mysteriously, like trying to throw the doll and the doll comes back in the same place?
Yeah, but
Why-
you see, you cutting off the legs gives you more joy than it does to the doll,
see.
don't you think? The doll is like, hey, no.
Yeah.
Don't cut off those legs again, you bastard. I took me a lot of time to get them back. And you're like,
Oh my God! So you just want to be petty in the end with if a spirit does show
oh,
up.
I'm sorry for being petty with a doll that literally wants to kill
Yeah,
you.
yeah. That is
Fair, yeah.
Like I'll
Like
burn
the
off its
fucking
hair or so. I'll
Chucky
cut off its
movies,
hair
right?
and be
Yeah.
like, haha, lama baldy.
No, the doll shit doesn't make sense to me, even though
Come to think-
the Chucky movie and shit. I'm like, yo, you had so many chances to like mess with Chucky, that little dumbass
Exactly.
doll, but they didn't do that
Like-
shit. Yeah.
Like, these people are so straightforward. Chucky's like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. They're like, please don't kill me. I'll be like, hey, let's fight, bitch. You're made of wood, I'm made of flesh. You can kill me, I can burn you. Let's see what happens
Yeah,
first.
let's see what happens. Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, Chuck. He's like, yes. You're gonna kill me, right, Chuck? Like, yep, you're definitely dead. I'll be like, hey, well, how about sitting in my oven instead of sitting on the couch where I usually leave you?
Yes, I've been preheating it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
That also begs a question: how strong can a doll even stab a knife? It's a fucking doll at the end of the day. Like,
No, I mean,
it's gonna be
if
like,
you accept
weak
that
as
it's a
shit.
supernatural doll that can stab
Yeah.
you, I'm pretty sure it could stab you and kill you. But what if I take off Chuck's foot, for example, and put it on backwards? How would he be able to walk?
So he's
It would
putting
take him a
normal
while to
balance
figure it
and
out,
Yeah.
Right.
No, see,
Uh,
See, that's the thing. Like in horror movies, I don't watch them, but like this stuff isn't scary to me. You know, like if I know what it is and what it's doing, it's not scary. But it's like the anticipation, like not knowing,
Yeah.
like what that shit is scary to me.
No, I'll
Yeah.
tell you what horror movie scared the shit out of me.
Hmm.
Okay, I watched Dracula 2000, but without knowing what Dracula 2000 was, and this was
Ah.
in 2003, 2004, something like that. My family rented it and they were watching it, and I didn't know anything about Dracula. Okay, I was too young to know about this shit. And then I go into the living room and I see a scene where Dracula is like over this woman and he's like, and then he's holding her down by the neck, and I was like, oh, I was mortified
Wow.
as a kid. I was like,
Wow.
it's like, fuck, what is going on? Oh my god, is that what is going to happen to everybody?
Yeah.
And then my parents are like, it's a movie. I was like, yo, that movie real scary. Why would you watch a movie like that? What is wrong with you?
Dude, holy shit, dude! You just so I did read. I did read Dracula as a kid, so it wasn't scary to me at all because I was like, "Oh, this is nice." But a movie that was scary to me as a kid, I don't know if any of y'all have seen it. It's actually a Hindi movie that I saw as a kid. It used to scare the shit out of me. It was called Makdi.
Well, that makes sense. Makadi, for anyone who doesn't know, means insect or spider in this case.
No, Makdi means yeah. So it was called Makdi. Okay, wait, let me. So it was basically the story of these like two sisters. Okay, it's a 2002 film. Yeah, and it's about these two sisters, and one of the sisters gets kidnapped. Like there's this really haunted house with like a creepy gate and stuff. And one of the sisters, the younger sister, I think, goes there and she gets kidnapped by a witch called Makdi who lives in that haunted house.
Yeah.
And it's all about the elder sister going there to try to rescue her younger sister, you know. Bro, that shit was so scary whenever they showed that. Like me as a little kid watching that film, I saw it multiple times as a kid. I don't know why. And like, you know, the minute there was the older sister going with the door creaking and haunted noise, and whenever they showed that fucking creepy ass witch, you know, looking weird as shit with like her fingers and with her voice, I used to be like, fucking nope, hiding under a fucking bed right now. I don't want to see that shit. I don't even that was the scariest movie of my childhood, Makdi. I'd probably laugh if I watch it now. I don't know, but as a kid, holy fuck, that's
Okay,
the shit
there
out
was
of
this
me.
movie that was suggested to me. Okay, by a friend who didn't know Hindi.
Yeah.
He was in Chennai. He watched it. He found it scary, and then he was like, "Hey, you know a little bit of Hindi. Why don't you try watching this movie? It was called Darna Mana Hai. No, Darna
Oh,
Zaruri
yeah,
Hai."
I think I know what you're talking
And
about.
Darna
Yeah.
Zaruri Hai, for those who don't know Hindi, is basically, what does it translate to? It's like it's mandatory to be
Yeah,
scared.
you have to be
something.
scared. You
Yeah.
need to be scared. Yeah.
Yeah, and it turns out to be like a series of short scary stories.
Yeah.
And it's like these kids who go to this old woman's house, and the old woman is telling them these scary stories,
Yeah.
and these kids go missing one by one and eventually become dead and eventually join the woman's fleet of dead kids, I guess.
Okay.
But it had some, it was like okay, whatever. It had some suspenseful music. It had some anticipation built up. But then the worst fucking thing was what was spoiled it for everybody. I got a couple of my cousins to watch it with me for the first time. All of us were laughing through the entire thing because every time the main music for the movie came on, it was Twinkle Twinkle Little
Oh my
Stars.
god. What?
It was Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars, but in a creepier way. So
Ah,
it's like,
they were trying.
Ding, 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 ding. I was like, what the heck? That's Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars.
That is hilarious.
So you know, there's a guy driving a car.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
woman
yeah.
ghost over there, and he's like, "Oh my god, I almost hit you. Would you like a ride in my car?" And she's like, "Oh yes, of course, I'd like a ride in your car. Of course." And he's like, "Oh, that ass." Though. And then after that, he takes her, and then something happens, and they're like, "Oh, a woman died over there just a while ago. Oh, her husband killed
Yeah,
her."
yeah, yeah.
And then he looks back at this woman, and she has like blood all over, and then it's like, "Ting, ting, 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 ting." I was like, what the fuck? Really? That's that's your scary situation. Like, hey, ghost woman next to you, bleeding, about to kill you, and you're like, twinkle, twinkle, little stars, bitch.
Dude, I can't imagine, bro. Imagine the sound designer or whoever they had is like, yo, you need to make a really good creepy soundtrack. He's like, I don't know. I only can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Should I play it slower?
No. What if it was the other way around?
Yeah.
They were like, yo, we want you to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars to make sure you scare these kids. And he's like, what? Like, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Like, yeah, it's gonna sound so good. Like, imagine if it's like, slow mo and nice and creepy. And then he's like, okay, ting, 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 ting. They're like, oh, what if you went wrong on the last note over there? Like a ting? Like, oh, damn, genius!
Dude, I don't see. I understand.
And that guy's like, oh, I thought I'd have to be at the studio for a week.
Yeah,
I'm done in like
he's
half an
done.
hour. You guys, here you go. This is the rendered file. You can use
This
it
is all you
wherever
need
you
for
want.
the whole
Easy money.
film. Yeah. No, but I understand, like, because little kids are very scary, like if I'm walking down a dark hallway and I see a little girl in the other end, I'm fucking running out the other fucking way, okay? Instantly. I'm like, okay, nope, I'm fucking out of here, okay? So I understand that, but nursery rhymes, no, I don't, that shit is
Why are
funny.
you scared of little kids?
That's fucking scary. What the fuck is a girl doing alone in the other end of a hallway? What the fuck
Yeah,
is that
that is
little
The
crazy.
girl?
girl should be more scared of you than
Like,
you are
yeah,
of
what the
her.
fuck are your parents? What are you doing here? Why are you scaring me? Go home. It's just
That
scary.
would be an
okay?
interesting question to ask. Why are you here? Why are you scaring me about things?
Yeah. Just
The
go
girl is just
home, do
like,
your homework or
okay.
some shit.
Little girl again is like a ghost. What is the little girl going to do to you?
Dude, I don't know. It's just scary. I haven't got into the. I won't get to the point to think of what's gonna happen to me. Like any little child I see, I'm like out. It's scary.
A little child can't do anything unless they're like a infernal demon hiding inside the little child which comes out and eats you. But even there, you're dead. Like yeah,
Dude,
cool demon,
anyone.
eat me. I'm
Dude,
fucking
I'm in
dead.
this
I don't
like
give a
dark
shit.
hallway and there's this little kid, and even if it's crying, I'm like, nope, that shit is scary. I'm not. No, please stop crying. It's scary.
Knowing you, I thought you just go, as you're walking, you'd kick the kid and be like, oh, sucks to be you. Welcome to the real world, kid. I'll give you something to cry about.
Getting close to it is too scary for me to do that. Dude, even if like they say something, if they speak, I'm fucking. I'll probably faint if they speak.
You said you've been out from the start.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you're adding on more
Yeah,
points
it's
than saying
worse.
then
Yeah,
I'm
it's
out.
worse.
No, you're out
Yeah.
from the start.
Yeah,
There
I'm
is
out
no
from the
additional
start.
out.
Yeah. I don't know why.